we don't remember the cause. That's Tazria. This is the beginning. So I want to read first in Rabbi Zikloria book, the white book. In this portion, God is talking to Moses, וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, אישה כי תזרע. So the words that he most of the time use, Rabbi Zikloria, is da. It means to know. Da כי עניין הטלת הזוהמה בחווה גרם זה. So the first sentence, comma, he says, all that happened because of the poison that the snake injected Eve. This system is so sophisticated, it's just unbelievable. Everything is connected. Eve, Havayah, happened to her the impure, וזה בסיבת היות אדם הראשון. The cause is because Adam, it doesn't even say her husband because they were not married then. No one even knew there is paper. No one talks about all this. ממקום כפרתו נברא מן העפר. He been created from the dirt outside of Garden of Eden. And he says why? Listen to this. ולמה לא לקח מגן עדן? Why God didn't take the dirt from Eden, the Garden of Eden, to create Adam? He says, לפי שידע שיחטא, because he knew he's going to sin. אם היה מעפר הגן, if he was created from the dirt of the Garden of Eden, הגן, לא היה לו כפרה עולמית. He could never do ever the tikkun. It means none of us. אבל הכניסו לגן. He created him from the dirt outside, but he put him in the Garden of Eden. Means he put him where it called, according to them, they call it hayuto. Means he put him where the force of life. How we call it? Etz HaChaim, the tree of life. Now wait, listen to this now. והוציאו בחטא הטלת הזוהמה. And he took him out from the garden, and after they got poisoned by the filth, שהיא תערובת, now listen to this. This is the mix of the 70 nations with the Israel, it means with the Israelite, in the womb, it says stomach because always this language is stomach, but it's in the womb of Eve. באותה שעה יצא קין שופך דמים. At that time, Cain spilled blood, Hevel nishpach damo. His blood spilled. So Cain was the cause for it. Hevel, his blood spilled. ומשם סיבת, דם הנידה לאישה. The cause of the cycle, because I don't know even, I know in Hebrew it's nida, but that's because Cain killed Hevel. The women have to go through this cycle every month. And it says, that's why it says that the God telling the Israelite, when a woman, Tazria, it means that she will be capable of giving birth. Mm-hmm. Now we need to study a little bit something that's kind of easier for us. When you go to the Midrash, it says, Yeladim ze bracha. Kids are blessing. So Keter is Tazria. Seed of a tree or seed of anything. There is another 9 to complete the 10, because the Keter, it's the 10. Like Yud in Hebrew, it's the letter Yud, it's 10. To manifest it, we need 9 levels. In the Keter, there is the totality of the system. Everything is there. Okay? So when we say neshama, means soul, those souls need to come. Now listen to the words. To do tikkun, it means to come, Metzora, to remove the bad that they did in the previous life. So we need 2 people to draw that soul, to come to this world, to do the tikkun, whatever is the tikkun that I have to go through. So those souls, in the simple words that we use, called desire. So those souls have to match themselves to the parents at the time of conception. I'm going to read now. I'll try to do it. There is so much to study, but I'll do whatever I can. But listen to this. This is very important. Even if some of us, or most of us, sitting now and saying, but that's too late. Nothing's too late. You know why it's not late? You think you finish your tikkun because you are at this age or whatever age. What do you think? You know how many times you came to this world? So let me read from Rabbi Zikluria, but it's a different book. The other one was about the portion. This one is about reincarnation that talks about what we are studying. He says, עוד נדבר בעניין הבנים הנולדים מן האב. He says, we're going to talk about the kids that coming from the father. And again he says, you need to know. כי בהיות האיש מזדווג עם אשתו. At the time of intimacy, מזדווג with his wife to bring kids to this world. הנה מכוח, from the force of the father, מכוח האב, being drawn. Prinat, the phase. Whoever studied television knows phase, it's a level, it's a world, it's also a test. Prinat or mekif, the surrounding light of the kid comes from the father always. Mikoach ha'em, from the force of the mother, being drawn in that kid. Gam ken also, but prinat or pnimi, inner light. At the time of conception. He says this, והנה אפשר, it's possible, at this time, that they are together, יתקדשו עצמם שניהם, they're gonna holy themselves, it means they're gonna purify themselves, with the meditation, with the consciousness, with the kavanot, of a mitzvah of holiness. As if they do that, both of them, their consciousness and their aiming, it means kavanah, the intention of both of them, if it was for kedusha, it means for holiness, or it's not for the mitzvah of bringing the soul to this world, לא לשם מצווה, אלא להנאת עצמם ולרעה, just to have pleasure from this unity. Now he says, יהיה כוונת האב, if the father by himself, whatever going on in his mind, his mind is meditating or thinking, whatever is going on in his mind, if it's good, means good thoughts, love, whatever, nice, and the mother thinking something bad, doesn't matter, he doesn't say what, but it's bad. Or the opposite, he says, ולהפך, vice versa. Then the father thinking bad and the mother, so he's teaching them. אמנם אם שניהם נתכוונו לדבר מצווה, now he goes back to what he says, if both of them were for the mitzvah of drawing that soul, really holy consciousness, he says, for sure, this kid's going to be tzaddik. Clearly. יהיה הוולד ההוא צדיק גמור, באור מקיף ובאור פנימי. The inner light and the surrounding light is going to be tzaddik. If both of them, אם שניהם נתכוונו לרע, if both of them thought bad thoughts, that kid's going to be totally wicked. רשע גמור. So mean, so bad, you can't even believe in the inner light and the surrounding light. So he gave us now what? All the way, mother and father, or all the way, mother and father. Okay, you got it? Now he goes more. Look, details that he said. He says, but if the father had good thoughts, and the mother is not. אז יהיה אור מקיף של הבן צדיק. So the surrounding light of the kid's going to be tzaddik. And it says, we need to really do something about it, because we ourselves chose this movie. We chose those parents. We have an obligation and responsibility, not only to ourselves, it's mutual responsibility. Because if you don't fix it, there is no way in the world that we can create a new generation better than the one before. So the soul is part of the parents itself because of the Or Mekif and Or Pnimi. So the minute we start to understand the DNA of the soul, so then to love not just someone, to love everything, okay? Even what doesn't look to us as good or whatever, it's part, totally part of the plan of where we're going from then and today until we finish the tikkun. It's part of a plan. Such an unbelievable plan. See, look, anything that it's bad, we question. Anything that it's good, we don't question. We're supposed to question everything. So the minute we understand kind of, I'm here really to be part of the system, part of this plan, and the main thing that we have to do is to influence each other with the good. להשפיע. That's the main thing. And that's why it says we need to keep the consciousness of Or Hoser, returning light, that it's also deep, because it says the secret of the Ibur. What's Ibur? It's the time of conception. Every Shabbat we have Ibur. What does it mean? We have an extra soul that comes in. I don't care where you're going to be, even laying on bed. You're going to receive it. You know what to do with it, less or more. That's not the question. Every time a woman's supposed to be pregnant, Ibur, it means energy that called soul comes in. If it doesn't come in, there is no pregnancy. Why they call it Ibur? They know how to speak, to read. See, Ibur. Okay? So if I'm going to remove the Vav, and I'm going to put just a dot. See? That's Ibur. Same thing. You don't have to use the Vav, by the way, in Hebrew, at least. You can, but you don't have to. So look at this word carefully. That's how we write past. That's how we write fetus. Same thing. Exactly, this word. Fetus, past, time of conception when the soul comes in, same word. This word is so many different meanings. There is no other language that use the same word and it's different. It's because the word past, previous life, I came to remove the bed, past, it's supposed to move from the past forward to the new life. I need to do it different. I'm a fetus, I'm growing. I need 10 levels from the keter, from Tazria, all the way 9 months to develop, to come out manifested in Malchut. And now I have to start working with the help of 2 people that called parents that they have no concept of what you're talking about and how they're going to do it by themselves. So because they don't know what to do, they grow up like the parents, they create another generation like them. Those 2 portions, it's so part of every second of our lives. It's so deep. And I'm sorry, I can't just give you something that is already too much to study on the same slogans year after year. So we need to take a little bit more responsibility, and we need to be happy about that we came to this world to make this transformation and to create a new generation better than ever.